Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chronicles of Hollywood History, past, present, and future. Welcome. And here now, Corey Gomez.
Hello everyone and welcome to Chronicles of Hollywood History, past, present, and future. Today I am joined by yet another Apex legend of voiceover actress, Miss Justine Huxley. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Merci beaucoup.
How'd you get started doing voiceover work?
I got started because my cousin is actually a voiceover actor as well, and he recommended when I moved back to LA from doing theater in New York. I'm actually from LA originally, and I moved back to LA, and he thought voiceover would be a great transition into the LA scene. And because I have a lot of theater training, I went to school for theater. I went to Performing Arts High School for theater in LA, and then I went to theater school in New York. He thought that because there could be so much singing and voiceover with cartoons, and also I have all this voice and speech training with dialect work, he thought it might be a great avenue to check out. So I've been doing it for about 11 years now, and I just love it.
You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
And one of your first games was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was one of my favorite games. You were the population in Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's right. I think that was my first game ever. So that was very exciting. I had no idea what the actual game was when we did it, and because everything is so NDA, we have to sign 1 million non-disclosure agreements. They don't tell you the actual name of your character or characters. They don't tell you the name of the game. So I don't think I found out until 2 years after I recorded that it was actually Grand Theft Auto. So I was very pleasantly surprised.
That, to me, is, one of the greatest games ever. I mean, look, 7 years later, and millions of people are still playing it daily, still buying the game. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's exciting.
So every time I, shoot a woman or run her over or mug her, that could be you screaming.
That very well could be.
Have you ever sat down to play that game?
I have. I've played once, and I just was driving very recklessly so that I could figure out if I could kill myself in the game. And after about 15 minutes, I found myself, and so that was very exciting. And I've had a bunch of friends tell me that they've also killed me, which was also very exciting for them as well.
When I play it later, which now I have a reason to play it later again, I can pry the disc away from my son. I'll listen for your voice, see if I can. I'll just keep trying to shoot every random female character I can find.
Try it, yeah.
Great game.
Or just run them over with your car.
See, I like to shoot them because then you get the cops on you, and then a whole other thing opens up, and
yeah, I don't know if I'm sure you can shoot my character as well. All I was able to do was run myself over. So there you go.
I'll keep listening. I'll play it for hours.
All right, there you go.
You're also local population in Red Dead Redemption 2, another amazing Rockstar game.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I another one where they don't tell you your character's name. I think I was named when I was actually recording. I think I was named Disgruntled Employee. I had no idea. But I had to do a fun Texas accent, very, very southern, and that was a lot of fun. It was, about an hour of work, and again, no idea. A couple years later, found out, Red Dead Redemption. That's cool. I had a feeling it might have been because of the accent, but I just, you just never know. And you also, being an actor, you're doing so many different things, so many different auditions, sessions. It's hard to keep track of everything that you've recorded sometimes. So, especially when it's years later. So it's a nice, pleasant surprise when something finally comes out and you remember what you've done.
Now, how'd you do when you played that one?
I haven't played that one yet. I've gotta try that one.
It's Grand Theft Auto with a horse. So however good you did on Grand Theft Auto will be about exactly how you do at this one as well. So it's
right.
That was the beauty of those. Now, is Rockstar pretty cool? Do they send you they at least send you copies of the game? Here, enjoy the game, or
they didn't. Not for my. I was some small characters, so maybe for the bigger characters they did, but it was just, congratulations, which was awesome.
Now, I'm sure Apex takes care of you.
Apex is amazing. It's an incredible community. They are all of the employees at Respawn are so sweet, and we've done karaoke with them and, gone to the studio and brought baked goods for them, and it's a really amazing team.
Apex came out, of course, a free to download game. Season 7 just launched, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
How did your it's usually I can see like when they rank like the top online games, Apex is usually it's always like 1 or 2. It's like really high up there. And what was it? Did you guys like when you recorded think it was going to become the big blockbuster that it is?
I had no idea. I got cast before the game came out, so my character came out a couple months later than. Well, actually, I think my character came out it was announced in June. I think the game came out in February of 2019, and then my character came out in June 2019. So, but I started recording before the game came out, and so we really had no idea. I mean, I never know what a game is going to be like, the reception of a game when I'm recording it, if it's not a famous game already. So I really had no clue. I was having fun in the session, and everyone was super nice that I was recording with of the team. But you just never know if something's going to hit or not.
What is it about the game that you think has given it such universal appeal?
I think the lore. People are so into the lore of Apex Legends. I think it's one of those games that the writing team is so incredible. There's so much backstory on each and every character. Every character is so different, which I love. Every character is from a different place. My character is French. Watson is French. There's, a new Scottish character that just came out. There's a robot. There's, Jibby, Branscome's character. There's, who's a Pacific Islander character. There's gay characters, non-binary characters. There are just so many characters that are different from each other. And it's so cool. It's such a great, diverse cast.
Yeah, it's I think that is like everybody says, the appeal to it. Why is your character the one people should use?
Well, she's a great defense character. So if you're a good defense player, then Watson is great for you. She also has some of the best quips, I think. All of her electrical puns are amazing. I credit the writers. They're so funny. And she just has some of the best little quips. I just love her. She's super sweet and super smart. She's a tough, smart French female that I just love.
Now, do you play as her once in a while?
I do. I've only played as her. I've never played any other character. I'm very loyal to Watson.
Now, how do you? Now, I've shared before, and I'm an old school gamer, and I'm not like bad at it, but I really stink at that game. How well do you do on it?
I am not very good, but the last time I played at the studio at Respawn, and I got a lot of coaching from some of the developers, and that really helped because I won. So there were about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 developers cheering me on and coaching me. No, go there, go right, go left. So that helped me a lot, and I would not have been able to do that without them. Otherwise, I'm flailing, just either standing still and not knowing what to do, or falling over, and it's rough.
Do you stream?
I don't know, but I know that Chris Edgerly does, and Johnny does, Johnny Young and Allegra Clark do of the Legends, and their streams are awesome.
You should get into it.
Yeah, if I get better at playing, maybe I will, but otherwise I think people will just laugh so hard at me.
Well, you could have like somebody else play it while you talk.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that would be fun.
I mean, no one actually would see your hand. I mean, what do I know, though? If I streamed, it would just be random 6-year-old's murdering me. So
Yeah.
now what do you are there plans to, when does season 8 come out? I know we're just season 7, but people are impatient. They want to know when the next one is.
Of course. I'm not sure when season 8 comes out. They usually do a new season every few months, so probably in the next 3 months-ish. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's amazing how it just keeps going and going, this game. It's because it's an ongoing game, and there's a new legend every season, and it's always fun to find out who the new legend is. It's fun to know in advance who's going to be, so we take them into our little circle and put them on our Twitter chain or our text chain with the legend, so that's a lot of fun, and we know the secrets, which is also cool.
Is there anything you can share with the fans? Any upcoming news or little secrets?
Well,
or
today,
are you totally in can't talk about it?
Well, today, so Watson has this, I don't know if you know this Nessie. Have you seen the Nessies?
I have
They're
not.
little, Loch Ness monsters that are all over the game. It's
Okay.
little Easter eggs.
Yes.
They just came out with a plush toy Nessie today, and I believe it sold out within minutes. So I'm so bummed I didn't get one. Hopefully, I think they said that they're restocking soon, but I'm not surprised because people love the Nessies. So it's a great little fun extra character in the game. So hopefully I'll be able to get myself one soon, because that was just so cool to have a little plush Nessie.
Oh, if I had something of myself, my house would be adorned. Is your house full of like Apex posters and stuff like that?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good. Because I always feel weird when you ask me, so do you have all your posters on your wall? Oh, I don't have anything. It's like my house would be wallpapered in this shit if it was me. So I would hope you have all your stuff. You have any?
Yeah.
You have a statue of your character?
There was a fan artist, Devin King, that does wood burned art, and it was so cool. I think his name is King Pyrography or Pyography on Instagram. I will check that out. But anyway, it is so cool. He burned me a picture of Watson on this piece of wood and painted it, and it's gorgeous. So that is on one of my bookshelves that I just love. I look at it every day. It's so cool.
I would make you something, but it would be like the equivalent of a stick figure with a helmet. My drawing.
That's so funny.
I'm surprised there haven't been a line yet of like statues, collectibles like that of the characters. Like not so much action figures, but like actual. I notice more and more. I do a lot of work for toy companies, and a lot of video games are getting these big resin statues. And I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been one of your characters yet.
Yeah, I think there have been some Funko Pops of some of the characters, not all of the characters. I don't think Watson has a Funko Pop yet, but there've been Funko Pops, and there've been some action figures of some of the characters, and there've been little statues. But yeah, that would be a great idea.
I think my son has a couple Funko. I know he has a couple of the Funko Pops. That was one collecting craze that I never got into, and he never did either. Certain games, if they have I know he has some Apex ones. I know he has a Fortnite llama. I know.
Oh wow!
They're sitting next to the it was my PlayStation. I had to buy another one when he got old enough to play because the thing disappeared. But
how old is your son?
He's 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the age.
And I mean, what I say now is, he's unfortunately he has to do the virtual learning and everything like a lot of kids do. So these video games is a way all these kids nowadays can, it's always like you can't spend so much time on games. This is how they're keeping in contact with their friends, with the rest of the world. Sure. Yeah. That's why the servers crash all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best time for games because everyone's home.
Yeah. I mean,
they need some kind of release, and from work or virtual school, or I get it.
Oh, and they play all the time. Like, shouldn't you be in school right now? Like, oh, we're on break. It's like this break's lasting about 45 minutes here. Like, I'm almost dead. I'm the last one. Oh, I bet when you die, that's when break's over. But in the same sense, it's like, I mean, not to discredit anything, but some of these things, like when they do, it's virtual library and someone reads to you, it's like, okay, this is just a waste of 40 minutes here. So come on.
Yeah.
Have the kid read out loud to you. That would be a cluster, though, I guess. Let him play video games for Jim. It'll sharpen their hand and eye coordination. Now, are you online for like all the fans of you and your character? Like, are you on Twitter, Instagram, anything like that?
Yep, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Justine Huxley. I interact with fans a lot. I love reposting fan art. I love when people tag me in their fan art. It's so cool to see. I probably get at least a few fan arts of Watson a day on Twitter sent to me. It's amazing. I can't believe the fandom for this game it's just incredible, and the fans are so nice and supportive, and I really, really appreciate it.
I just followed you on Facebook now, on Twitter now.
Oh, nice, cool.
And I see here, because everybody has to plug their stuff. That's their opportunity. You're on Cameo.
I am on Cameo. Yes, it's especially for the holidays. It's a great way, especially because we can't see each other in person, and it's sometimes hard to give gifts in person now, so it's a nice way to send a virtual gift, a little shout out for the holidays.
So if people want to find you on Cameo, what do they do? Just type in your name, or is it under your character?
Yeah, just type in my name. It's cameo.com/Justine Huxley.
Do you have a website?
I don't have a website right now. I'm working on that.
And we've already covered you don't stream.
No.
You should stream. Like I said, you have a very pretty voice. You should just listening to you stream, it would be like relaxing.
Oh, thank you.
Now, do you plan on, are you looking to doing a lot more gaming work, or do you have a preference? Would you rather do like a video game, a movie, a television show? Do you have any type of preference?
I love doing all of them. I audition for everything, and whatever I get, I'm super grateful for. So I've done a lot of dubbing work. So that's been fun, and I've done some dubbing for Netflix and some dubbing for Amazon, which is a lot of fun in other languages, and dubbing into English. So that's really cool, and I love doing animation cartoons. So I did a show for Disney Junior called Goldie and Bear, and I played Little Red Riding Hood for a few years, so that was really amazing. I got to sing on that show. So, I would love to do more cartoons as well as video games and really everything else. I have a weekly, usually it's a weekly promo job for the TNT network. You can hear me saying their sponsorships. So that's a great gig from home that I do. And then anything else is gravy.
Now, do you have any advice or a recommendation or anything period to people that say they want to get into voice acting?
Yeah, I always recommend D. Bradley Baker, who is an incredible voice actor. His website is called iwannabeavoiceactor.com, and it is just chock full of so much information about getting into the recording studio, proper recording etiquette, auditions, getting an agent, character breakdown. It's really incredible, so I definitely recommend looking at that website. He also answers questions from fans. Also, taking improv class is so great. Taking music class, because so much of voiceover is about rhythm and your tone and musicality. If you can do theater when theater is back up, when we're done with this crazy pandemic, if you can do theater, I think so many of my friends who do theater have gotten into voice acting because it's such a great way to further that skill. I think taking voiceover classes is also a great thing. I know there's a ton of people that teach, and you can do it on Zoom now. So that is really cool. One of my favorite coaches that I've coached with is Lori Allen. She's on SpongeBob. She was on, I think she was doing the Hallmark promos, and she does a ton of cartoons and video games and commercials, and she's incredible. I believe her website is loriallen.com, but I know she does Zoom coachings. So yeah, there's a ton of resources out there.
Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Once again, what character should everybody use when they play Apex?
Obviously, Watson.
Well, I encourage everyone to follow you on Twitter, to sign up for your cameo, and to keep playing Apex. Is there anything you'd like to tell the fans?
Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. Keep sending me the fan art. Keep with the positivity. I love seeing the gameplay as well. So keep going and keep playing Watson.
Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. You have been listening to the Chronicles of Hollywood History. Thank you from Gomez Richmond Productions.